Back in Power BI, today we're going to show you the fastest way to make a date calendar table. It's in Bravo and it's part of the Manage Dates feature. Now, we recently did a video on Bravo showing you how it works and some of the things you can do with DAX, but the Manage Dates section is probably the easiest and fastest way to make a date calendar table. We're going to show you how to do that, how to manage if you want to add some holidays, if you want to customize depending on the start day of the week. It is Bravo. It's a free tool that you can download, and you can make a date calendar very fast and import it right back into your Power BI file. Let's go to Power BI. Back in Power BI, today we're going to show you in just a few minutes how you can quickly make a date table that is consistent whenever you open up a new Power BI file. It is part of the Bravo function tools, which is a set of tools that you can download for free, and they show up in your Power BI file. I recently did a video on Bravo. You can look for that at the link above and find that video and show you how to download and install it. Just search Bravo for Power BI. We're going to load the sample data set from Power BI. And when you load this data set, you'll see the financials table. What I like about this data set is that it is already cleaned. It's got a few columns. It's got some number columns. It's got some text columns. It allows you really to start to build a model right away. For this example, we load the data, and we currently have 700 rows loaded in the data, and it's got just one table. Now, if we want to add a date table, there's many different ways you can do that. We did a video on how to make a date table with Power Query, and you can also make a date table with DAX using the calendar or auto calendar function. And those ways are good if you're making specific tables that you want to add columns or maybe adjust a few columns. But if you just want a quick date table, the quickest way that I have found is the Bravo function. If you have downloaded Bravo, what you can do is go to your external tools, and I have videos on DAX Studio, Tabular 3, and also Bravo. But we're going to be using Bravo. And click on Bravo, that opens. And again, in Bravo, you can do things like analyze your model. Now, you do need to have your Power BI model open. And when you go to the Manage Dates section, the first thing it will do is do a model check to see if it's compatible with the Manage Dates feature. And you get the green check mark that says this model is compatible with the Manage Dates feature. Sample data is at the bottom. And now you get to start to work on some of your adjustments. So we have a standard template. You can also choose standard fiscal, monthly fiscal, a custom, or a weekly. We're going to leave this on standard. Then you get to determine your first day of the week. And you can set that up for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So that is the first tab under the calendar function. The next tab is the intervals. And you can set up an automatic first year, automatic last year. I'm going to leave those set to the auto. 90% of the time, you're just going to want to leave those as automatic. And if you want to do a scan to pick, you can either choose columns that you want to choose to use for the date column, or you can just have it do a full scan and choose those columns. So I'm going to do a full scan and leave that set as the default setting, auto and full. Next, you start to pick your dates. If you are in the United States, it defaults to the US, but you can pick your language, the regional format that you want. And this has many different options, all the different English options, French, German, also Slovakia, Spanish. I'm in the US, so I'm going to leave that as US as the default. Then you get to set the name of your dates table. So this defaults to date. And you need to want to get into the habit of having the same name for all of your tables. So if you want to go with calendar, you're okay with going with calendar. I like date as the name of my date table. And the dates definition table, that's a hidden table containing all the DAX functions. So we're going to leave that as date auto template. Then you have an option for holidays. If you want to add holidays to your model, you can do that as well. I'm going to leave that off. And now if you go back to your calendar, you can preview the changes and you have your date table. You see your calendar. You've got date, month, year. You've got day of week. You've got your month, quarter. And basically you have all of your functions set. And all you need to do from the preview changes is select apply changes. And this will bring the date table into the current file. So we loaded that data model, the sample data, and when we click apply changes, you will get the notice that says, congratulations, your model was updated successfully. Just click done. And now we will go back to Power BI and we have a date table. And you've got the date table, and this is that date auto template. You can use that one if you want. And now you can go to your relationship model and you can build a relationship between date and the financials table. And we're going to set up date to be equal with date. And you're going to get a one-to-many relationship. Now we have a date table and we have a financials table. And you could start to build out your visuals just with these two tables. So that is a look at how to use Bravo to make a date table. And if once you get in the habit of this, you can make a date table in under 40 seconds. You can just click external tools, hit Bravo. If you're just doing a basic data table, name it, bring in your holidays, and then just apply changes, and it will be into your data model. That is a look at your Bravo and making a date table. Again, we do have a video on how to make it with Power Query, and you can also make it with DAX. But this is probably the fastest way to make a date table if you just want the basics for your date table. This includes day of week number, month, year and month, quarter. For a lot of your data models, this will be a complete set of columns that you will need. It's called Bravo, and it's called the Manage Dates feature. Make sure to try this out the next time you're in Power BI and building a new model.